Once Upon a Time podcast, Season 5, Episode 8, The Bear King. In this episode, Zelena and Arthur cross paths with Merida, who is attempting to settle a debt. I'm your host, Molly Southgate, and with me is...
Martha Southgate.
And...
Rob Southgate. And... Oh no, there's no one else.
There's lots of cats.
Lots of cats.
Yes.
The Cat King.
Hopefully they will behave, because there are Christmas trees up, and
Oh, yes.
they like to climb them.
Yes, so we may hear crashes and booms and chaos. Very fitting for this episode.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Every episode you're loving, huh?
Merida!
Merida's
Yes.
awesome.
I was
Mulan.
excited.
Now, Mulan it sort of depressed me for most of
Why?
the episode, because she was not herself.
She was sad.
I know, that's why, okay, so she depressed me.
She was grieving.
I like upbeat,
I like yeah.
tough, upbeat,
Well, I liked her when it was the flashbacks.
honorable.
But when she was now, I didn't care
I didn't
for her
like
as much.
that she had kind of thrown everything away and didn't care anymore about honor and was just
But
like,
then
it's
she,
all about
but-
getting money.
But then she had honor again.
Right, she
And
redeemed
Merida
herself.
inspired her.
I'm
and
with you.
she went to go find Ruby.
Yeah, so Ruby was back.
I
And
didn't think it was the same
It
actress.
is the same
but
actress,
I
though.
know I got proven wrong. I thought she
'Cause-
was the same actress towards the end. There was one scene I went, oh, there she is.
I think that she's just a couple
She
years
just didn't-
older, and
She just looked different.
she just looks a little different because she's a little older.
And you're thinking of her, I'm sure you're thinking of her in Storybrooke.
Where she was always made up.
Right.
And she always had like 50 pounds of makeup
Right.
and
Right,
stuff.
right.
So, but in this she doesn't have makeup.
She did, but not
Really.
as much.
But not like,
Because she was a wolf.
Yes.
yeah.
It wore off.
You called it,
Yeah.
though, and we saw the wolf. You're like, it's Ruby.
I did, and you guys doubted me.
Yeah, we said there's no way, you're always wrong.
And
And you were
There's
not
only
wrong.
one wolf in Fairyland.
Yes,
or
there-
wherever,
no.
wherever we are.
No,
and
you're wrong. There were two. You know what the second one was?
I want to know.
The wolf with one red eye.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Whatever
In the
happened to
beginning.
that? Who was that?
Just fate. He was fate.
He was Fate. I thought, I don't know. I don't know who he
That
was.
was like first season.
Yeah,
I
I
can't-
know.
Ruby and Fate.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
are the two
anyway,
wolves.
that was the exact wolf that Ruby was. And so
Yes.
that's why I knew it was
you
Ruby.
knew immediately, yeah.
Yeah.
Although there was a problem with what Snow was saying to her when they did the flashback to show Ruby and Snow talking before she left Storybrooke. Snow said to Ruby, when she was like, oh, sad, and she wanted to go, and Snow's like, you're the only one of your kind. But that's not true, because isn't Granny?
No.
No.
She lost it.
But she was that kind,
It doesn't
right?
matter.
She was. She lost
But
it.
she's not. She can't find a partner. She can't
She
find
can't
a mate.
find-
Okay.
She can't.
Yeah.
I know you guys are going to make fun of me, but I had trouble with this episode.
You had a lot of trouble because you couldn't follow the timeline.
There was something, okay, I understood when it said 2 years ago and all that. Where
I
I
would
was
hope
getting
so.
confused was in the beginning when they flashed forward. I thought that when Merida and Mulan were talking, when Mulan had changed,
Uh-huh.
I thought, okay, that makes sense. That is post-Aurora. But I didn't think Merida was there. So I'm like, is this before she goes to Storybrooke? But you're right. It's after she's escaped from Arthur. Then it makes more sense. But I kept getting lost in that for the first maybe 20 minutes of the show.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I understood every time it moved where we were.
Yeah, I could keep track because of Merida's hair.
Or her
Yeah.
clothes.
Mostly her
Her
hair.
Her hair changed? Her clothes changed?
Her
I know
outfit,
her hair did.
Her outfit changed depending on where she was.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But her
now...
hair really changed. It got like darker and
Bigger?
different.
Yeah.
Oh, different hairstyle.
It actually wasn't as poofy when she was in the past.
Yeah, and she had an earring.
So
Maybe
Wore
she's a
off.
wrestler.
now she's got to come back.
think
She
so,
is
too.
going to be on the hunt for Arthur now that she knows Arthur's the one that killed her dad.
Yeah.
So that's...
This is going to be fun.
yeah.
I want to see
'Cause
that showdown.
As
when
this
they-
was going on, I started thinking that they were wrapping up her story.
Mhm.
And I thought, oh, okay, I really like this character. I don't want her to be done, but they kind of resolved it.
No.
But the way it ended with her, like, wanting revenge on Arthur, this gets really interesting.
It also brings Merida to Storybrooke, which is what we've wanted.
Yes.
Because she's going to go there to find Arthur.
Yes.
That's where he is.
And all my questioning about Arthur and if he's actually bad, you know what? He's bad.
He is bad. He's terrible.
Well,
I want her to kill him. I don't usually do that in the show, but I'm like, kill him. Right.
But he's a different kind of bad guy. Like, he's
like...
A lot of the bad guys on here choose to be purely evil. Mm-hmm. He thinks he's doing the right things, but he's making the wrong choices to get there in every case. And it's kind of like Hook. What Hook turned out to be, when you look back at Hook's story, you go, he was a bad guy, but he wasn't. He was for a while, but then he thought he was doing the right things. Mm-hmm. You know?
Arthur's just slimy. There's
there's
something about him there's never a moment where I go, oh, he's a good guy. It's always, he's got some agenda going on.
There's something going on.
He's got like some weird agenda going on, but he's only like halfway bad. And he's teaming up with all the big bads, like Zelena. Like, oh, look at me, I'm so evil.
Yeah, and then Zelena's the opposite. Zelena is just bad.
She's just like, okay, let's kill us all. Let's just kill everyone.
She just loves that. Yeah, the other thing is that I had a little bit of a hard time with when he's teamed with Zelena. Zelena's really powerful.
Oh, yeah.
Why didn't she just take the helmet?
Yeah.
I mean, she was able to snap him out of there. When as soon as he pulled the helmet up, why didn't she just go, poof, take the helmet, take him, everything? It would have been so... I don't know why she did.
Why did she need it?
That's the quest they were on. She wanted it to give it to Arthur.
Right, but what does she care?
Why is she helping Arthur?
Right, I don't know.
She just wants to be with the bad. She just helped...
No, I think there was a reason she was helping Arthur.
Back in business.
Somebody will write in and tell us, be like, idiots, this is what it is.
She wants to be back in business.
Like, nobody on this show's named Arthur. What are you guys talking about? We're like, no!
We're just wrong so much. But I don't know.
The NPW showed up and...
Wrong Arthur.
Wrong Arthur. Okay. So now that we have no idea what's going on in the storyline, let's talk about...
Okay, you just erased my mind.
Well, and how did they drugged her?
Who?
Zelena.
Yeah,
Who drugged her?
Mulan and Ruby.
When
she said, you no longer have your buddy here, no magic.
She's been sleeping on the job. And then she woke up and she's like, hello, dear.
Wait a minute. They what? I thought they just captured her.
No, she was like, all groggy and
then
hanging.
She woke up.
Yeah, something's wrong with this scene. Something's not making sense.
They drugged her.
How did they drug? I didn't catch that.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
Did.
She was like kind of slumped over, but I thought she was faking that so she could get back there with Arthur and pull him out of there.
No.
But once again, she's so powerful. Why would she need to do that?
That's what I was wondering.
It's kind of like Superman. Superman is overpowered. So when you think about what the character can do, it's all of a sudden it's like, what really stops them? Regina can stop her because she's superpowered too. But that's about it. Mm-hmm. Well,
no, the dark one.
Regina and
Hook.
Emma.
And anyone who's the dark one.
Yeah.
We have so many.
Hook and Emma.
Rumple could have.
Yeah. Oh, we don't know that Hook's the dark one yet until next time.
Because we saw the preview.
Yes.
But anyway, so that was why I thought was because she was drugged and she couldn't use her, and so then she just sat there and then she's like, let's just go.
Yeah.
And then they went, but why wouldn't she take the thing?
Sense.
Why wouldn't she take the helmet with her?
I love the witch. And she also overpowered the witch. Like, she got behind her and stuff. But if she could do all these things, why did they need the witch? Why did they have to go talk to the witch? She is a witch.
No, because
the witch is awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty
well,
much
and if they don't talk to the witch, they don't free Ruby.
Yeah.
Who freed Ruby?
They did.
Mulan.
Yeah, but I'm saying
what are you doing?
Are you drugged?
I said Zelena and Arthur. Why did they go to the witch? Zelena's a witch. Mm-hmm. What were they really getting from the witch? Nothing.
No one outwitches
Plot
me.
Device is my
point. It showed us Ruby is all it showed us. I understand that Mulan went there. Ruby attacked her. She figured out, hey, you're not a wolf.
And the witch is awesome.
Yeah, the witch is awesome. It's just, there's something amiss. I almost wish Zelina wasn't there.
Right. Zelina
I love
made
Zelina.
Zelina muddied it.
Yeah, she's great.
Right.
She was awesome tonight.
But it doesn't matter. It
doesn't
didn't
make
work in the
sense.
story.
It would be better if Arthur somehow was there. Like if Zelina had left him there, and he said, like, I was working. I escaped with Zelina, and she put me here,
right,
so that I could get the helmet back. That all makes sense then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something's wrong.
And then it would have made sense when he got captured. It might have been trickier getting him out of there, but it would have made more sense for me because everything that's not making sense is stemming from Zelina
absolutely
being there and having so much power. And it would be like
she's not using it.
Well, and then she would decide to use it. And it was like, okay, we're leaving. Boop! You're like, why didn't you do that before? And why didn't you just take the helmet? Why didn't you? Something weird. Something weird.
Yeah.
Something weird this way comes. It was also funny how they rewrote history. They showed that scene in the diner after the baby was born.
Like,
and then Ruby's like in the back room and there's nobody by her.
Right. That was fun.
It was awesome. That's like on Under the Dome. Remember on Under the Dome? There was a scene when they were all in the courtroom.
Yes.
And there was one actor that would ask questions and they would you don't even see the guy. And then they'd focus on one guy standing all by himself in the corner and be like, well, what about this? And then the other characters would turn and they'd answer it. And it's like, did they just insert this guy?
They weren't in the same room.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and she wasn't in the same room. It was like, oh wait, we're going to put Ruby back in, but she wasn't on the set when we filmed the scene.
Yeah, it would make sense because you never saw her.
Right.
And she was in the background, like you couldn't have seen her.
Right.
It was just funny.
And she also,
you knew it was because they were just trying to change.
Yes, they were rewriting history a little bit. And she also wasn't dressed. If she had been in Ruby's waitress outfit, it would have made more sense. But she was like in an evening gown or something. I'm like,
yeah,
like a cool shirt and then jeans. I liked her shirt.
But it was just,
there was something a little off, but it didn't ruin the show. The Meredith story was fantastic.
Oh, yeah. And then she called her dad because the witch said all the helmet thing was a test.
Yes.
Okay, we've never even talked about this. So the witch, when on the day was supposed to be Merida's coronation day, the witch stormed in and said, your father owed me something.
Mm-hmm.
And he died, so you're the only way I can get it back.
Mm-hmm. And
she sends her on a quest to find a helmet.
Okay.
Merida's Merida, so she wouldn't do it. Then she said, I'm going to turn all of your people into bears if you don't get me this helmet.
Right.
By the something sundown.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, okay.
But it was barely sundown when she was in there. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, if only they could hear this face.
Here's this.
Here's this face.
I like that part. If only they could hear this face. Oh, the stories this face could tell.
Oh, the stories this faces could tell.
All right, go ahead. So what is that was a really long recap of every plot line. Can you tell us what your point is?
But I think she said we never talked about it ever in any episode, so we had to go back.
Yeah, we did.
And the weird thing is, you were standing in the back the whole time, but we didn't know it. Then they put the camera there, and there you were.
There I was.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right, so the witch, that whole plot wasn't real, right?
Yeah, it wasn't, because
it was a ploy.
It was a ploy. Now,
to teach Merida.
Right.
How to lead, that she was
Molly,
strong enough to lead.
Do you think that the ploy was set up by Merida's father? Or do you think the witch saw the opportunity and did the ploy because she was trying to give the king, because she trusted the king and wanted to give him what his real desire was? Do you think that's what it was? Or do you think that the king said to her, because he obviously got rid of that helmet, he may have said, this is what I want to do. And
it was the witch.
It was the witch. Okay.
I think it was the dad.
It was the witch, because the dad just asked for something to see his kingdom through, so it wouldn't get hurt. She actually explained it. She said, my magic doesn't really work that well, but it always gets the job done.
Okay.
And it got the job done. He died, but...
Well, that's a great job.
Good job.
He died,
Good job, magic.
But Merida lived on and became queen, and everyone followed her.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's what he was desiring.
Right, and the witch provided that. Yeah, so we still don't know who. You say it was the dad did it. You say it was...
It
You
was the
say
witch.
potato, I say potato.
You don't...
Which came first, the kitchen or the kitchen?
The kitchen or the...
The kitchen or the egg? The chicken
kitchen?
or...
The kitchen or the egg roll? Which came
Oh, I want an egg roll.
Oh.
Now you've hurt me. 'Cause
Yeah.
I want an egg roll. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? The witch or the Ferguson or whatever?
Ferguson.
The witch, because she's like 9 million years
Fergie.
old.
Probably.
Wow.
So we have butchered the heck out
Yeah.
of this episode, which
Oh
we did not
my
seem
gosh.
to grasp any of.
Oh, I think we did. I just think we pinpointed where the problem was, being that Zelina was there. That's the biggest thing. And I think that my confusion, I understand. I got it. I can follow these kind of things very well.
Really?
I can.
Yeah.
It was just that one thing. And I think that confusion was kind of integrated into this episode.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Yeah, and I think that we've had a lot of confusion
Yes.
in our particular episode.
So Merida's
Yeah.
queen.
Merida's queen.
That was awesome.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And then the clans bowed down to her.
Yes.
Mhm.
And the
they
casting
actually
of the
were-
clans was
They were
fantastic.
actually willing to save her. We've seen the casting before.
Right, I know, but it was
I know, but
Yeah.
it's so
it's just
good
striking.
that
It was so good.
It's worth
Yeah.
talking about again.
Well, and I
And
like
that
that.
white-haired guy, he
is
just
amazing.
attracts
Oh,
me.
yeah.
He looks exactly like the one in the movie.
Yeah, it's very funny.
I love though that for the Merida storyline, she'll go back to Storybrooke, but she is not going to be a resident of Storybrooke.
Right, because she has her kingdom.
She
to
has
run.
her kingdom, but that doesn't mean they can't have dealings with her again,
Mhm.
which is awesome.
Yes.
I think that they're handling this one because a lot of shows do that where if a character, they've done their story with the character's done.
Mhm.
Like Cinderella.
Yeah, Cinderella, she shows up at the Mom and Tots thing and that's it. I don't know if we're ever going to see Elsa and Anna again.
But we know where they are.
We
And
know where they are.
They're having
But
their kingdom. They're doing their
Merida
own.
seems
They're
like
queen.
she's going to come back at some point. It just kind of feels like she's going to be a character on the show for a while.
Yeah.
Hmm
Are Elsa
She's-
and Anna co-queens?
No, Elsa's the queen. And
That's a coqueenism when you say that.
I don't even know what word you're trying to say.
Colloquialism. I can't say it.
What is wrong with us tonight?
A colloquialism or something. How do you say it?
Colloquialism.
Oh, there's an L in there?
Yes.
Colloquial.
No. So,
Colloquialism.
no.
Colloquialism.
What? Elsa is the queen, and Anna is second in command.
Okay.
Either that or
Queen
the
2.
princess.
Electric Boogaloo.
So she
Yes.
could off Elsa and then she'd get to be queen.
No, that does not happen.
No, ever?
Elsa dies, Anna keeps it going.
And then if Anna dies,
No. Then no one.
then
and
that snowman takes
yeah.
over.
Oh.
And then
Olaf.
Olaf starts ruling. Then when
I think Sven would be a better ruler.
then Olaf dies, and then Sven takes over the reindeer. Sven the reindeer.
Okay, shut up. Why are we talking about
I don't know.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Where did we start talking about Frozen?
I did.
I don't know.
I think it was Dad.
I know it was.
Okay.
It was when Mom said colloquialism.
Colloquialism or something. Okay. So I could spell it, I think, but I don't think I could say it. So, anyway, what do we got? So,
Is that it?
we haven't had Henry in ages.
Like a million years.
No.
Well, next time we see him, he's going to look
Storybrooke.
like the queen.
Like
or
a
the,
million years
We
old.
really had no
witch.
Storybrooke except for Snow for a second.
right.
Yeah.
And that's it. Nobody
But
else
let's keep
was
in mind, they
this
showed
episode.
these two episodes back to back when they aired it. We're just doing them separated.
Right, but
But they are standalones, and this was
they
a
don't. It
total
doesn't work
standalone
with
story.
the first
Yeah, why
one.
would they do them in two? Oh, I know why they did them together. Because they weren't doing one on in Thanksgiving weekend.
No, the weekend before.
Well,
The weekend before
right. But
Thanksgiving.
the other reason that they did these together is this being a standalone story. You don't want to. Next week is Dark Hook.
Big one.
It's the Dark Hook
Ooh.
story,
It's
and
Dema,
you've got
Dark Emma.
Dark Emma,
No,
and you've
Duck.
got
And Duck.
Gemma and
and
Duck.
now we know it could be this hunt with, like, Merida could show up next week, or maybe not. Maybe it'll just deal with Dark Hook. But yeah. So it built tension. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm way ready.
I can't stop thinking about Dema and Duck.
Okay. Is that it? Did we cover everything, Molly? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's end it. Thank you for listening, everybody.
Thank you for tolerating
Thank you for tolerating us, everybody.
Thank you for tolerating this crazy episode.
You can find past episodes of this and all of our podcasts at our website, which is
www.southgatemediagroup.com.
You can find us on social media. The show is Ever After Podcast. Martha, you tweet from?
At SMGPods.
And I tweet from at RSouthgate. And if Molly is on either one, she puts Molly on the tweet. So you know it's her doing it. You can also find us on iTunes. Ratings and reviews, very much appreciated. Written reviews on there really help us out. It helps other people find the show. So if you like it and you want to share it, please do. We really would appreciate it. That's it. Let's end this the way every great fairy tale ends.
Happily ever after.
The end.